The Saline Solution presents Naked, the podcast series that pairs it all: real life experiences, how they were dealt with, and the lessons learned. Facing the person in the mirror always makes us check ourselves, accept our past, and guides us to make the decisions that are best for our peace of mind. Are you naked? Here's your host, Saline Griffith. This podcast is for adults 18 years and over.
Hi guys, welcome to episode 9 inside the Naked podcast. I'm trying to sound sexy, but I don't know if I can do that. But what I do know is that I love sex. And that's what today's topic is about. Yeah, I'm calling it as it is. I love it. Absolutely love that thing called sex. Everything about it. And I know that now that I'm in my 40s, it's even more so now. I had to wonder the other day, what is going on with your sex drive? Every single day. Now, I don't know if it's because I don't get it often, but it's just something that I found myself craving recently. Oh my gosh. But I'm not going to just go with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. But at the same point in time, in my 20s and early 30s, I would admit that I had a few partners because I was doing the casual sex thing and not being committed in any relationship, but just, and I think that stemmed from the fact that I've never been an advocate for that no sex before marriage, because I do believe in sex being a bonding mechanism in formulating a relationship, right? And as I said before, I really love it. I love the act. Even from when I was 19, when I started to ting, I realized this is something I really, really like. Yay! But other than that, all jokes aside, I've realized that women in their 40s tend to have a very high sex drive. And I discovered that in research that I did recently in preparation for this episode. So there are different aspects that we're going to talk about as we proceed into this topic. Oh, it's a juicy one, literally. But Sadie, stop it. Stop it. But just remember, guys, this podcast is for adults 18 years and over. So let's have some fun today. Why not? Yay. All right, so I was talking about sex as a bonding mechanism. And for me, it definitely is that. I don't believe in the 90-day rule and waiting. If it didn't happen on the first date, it's definitely going to happen on the second. Because for me to go out with you in the first place, there must have been some level of chemistry, right? And I really, really do like the fact that it lends to the interaction. I get a little more relaxed when I'm with a man. I get to know more about the man when I've already had intercourse with them, because there's this little window of opening up when you do that. And most of the guys that I've been with, I'm still friends with them today, even though we no longer have sex together. But it's because we've gotten to that place of sharing that degree of intimacy, and it was so magical that we could talk about anything, whereas you have this reservation in your mind. So you're going out and you have all of your policies in your mind. He has all of his policies in his mind. And the both of you just going out. And to me, that's really kind of pretentious, because you're going out, yes, you may have spoken about it, that, yeah, you agreed to not have sex. But what about you're still walking around with a what if in your mind, aren't you? I'm pretty certain that you are. And I had situations like that. I had what if scenarios in my mind, like, I wonder what he's like. So it distracted me from learning the person's mind. So I believe in just doing it and getting it over and done with one time, and we take it from there. I remember my sisters always say to me, child, why you so? Why you so? But I don't know. That's just me. And I might get labels after this for being this person, but at the end of the day, I'm calling it as it is. I really do love the thing. And I'm not like I'm a loose cannon all over the place and being promiscuous. Obviously not. But I really do think that it's something that helps with bonding for me. Of course, you use protection. Huh? I'm not even going to promote or endorse any kind of thing like that where you're not using protection or you don't know this person's status. Please don't play the arts. Don't play with your life like that. And what about when you're actually in the relationship? Like, how do some women say to the guy, or before you're talking and stuff, and what you're going to do, and this and that and the other, and then flop? You want to have rules. You want to tell the man you can't do this, you could do that, and then you want to know why he's stepping out. Anyway, so what I want to say about the bonding part and what it means for me in terms of building that relationship is the both people will talk about what is comfortable for both of you, not just the act, but the frequency of it as well. Because some people really don't like having sex more than once a week or once a day. If I could have it 3 times a day, I'll be very happy. But it just don't happen like that. I'm probably just saying that now because I don't get it often. So, I have fantasies in my mind. But there was a point when I was dating this guy, and I would have my lunchtime rendezvous. It was a good way of setting the tone for the afternoon. I was actually very productive then. It's as though you let down all of your walls, you let down your guard, and you just be in the moment with this person. So when you can get to that point, you share a lot of things and you really get to see the true person. Some people are really good at hiding who they are, but you can get a little window of opportunity where you can see the true person and build on that, what you have experienced in the act of sex. So it's really not about being promiscuous or anything like that for me, but it's about trying to get to that part of the person where all walls are torn down and you just be yourself, even for a few minutes or half an hour or an hour, as the case may be. So I also wanted to talk about the size of penises. I know a lot of women always rave about these guys that you see all over social media. Some of your girlfriends will be sending you pictures and saying, "Oh, you're welcome." I don't feel very blessed when I see that shit. A such a oil down man with a body well chiseled up. No, you had to look good, huh? I do have a problem with a man with beautiful arms. I love, ooh, stiff arms are a thing, darling, and a nice chest. But what I'm saying is, you don't have to be properly chiseled because my body is not the best, and it doesn't bother me at all. But to say that I have to be drooling over these guys who licking the lip with a set of grease on it and this thing looking like mandingo all down by the knee, you know what to do with that, buddy? Do you know what to do with it? I've had a couple. One of them, his own was like the size of my wrist, as I said. And dude had all the talk in the world. When time for action now, you listen to me. I literally stoops because I'm like, okay, I think it's time for me to go. And that was my last experience with a guy like that because I don't really like to shame people or penis shame people. I also On the extreme opposite of that, I had an incident, an incident. Sorry, it's not an incident. I had an encounter with one. You remember the movie Hangover when Mr. Chow had this little knob? I swear that's what I remembered. I was kind of intoxicated too, so I can't remember, but that's what my memory of his penis was. It looked like a little knob. But he knew what he was doing. I didn't go back because I knew I would have bust out a laugh if I was on a sober head. But no. So it's really not the size of the ship, but the motion in the ocean. Some guys really know what to do, and there are those who don't. And you will interact with a guy, you'll have a vision of what the experience will be like. And when you get there, it's like, what? You see, we give men the impression that it's all about the penis. And this is why so many women get involved in buying toys. To me, sexual toys are for use with your partner. I don't want that shit in my drawer because that's where it's going to stay. I had one, it was purple and white with 4 different speeds on it. I had one. Had, because I mash it up. But my thing is, it's not just about penetration. So why do we only focus on the penis size? If a man's his is very sensual, it could be the way he massages you, the foreplay, the type of music that you listen to when you're in the act, what he does with his other body parts. All of that is sex. All of that is part of the act of sex. Penetration that's just a part of it. Some people think it's just about beating it out or how they call it, stabbing up. And I hate to hear those terms because it's really not about that. It's an experience that you have to bask in. And as I say experience, I hate when a guy has sex with you and you get up and get dressed and you want to leave. Or you just roll over on the next side and you want to go sleep. I'm not having that shit. It's an experience. So this is why the use of toys will not be endorsed by me because it's really not about just penetration. Let's use it with our experience. Oh, hell yes. I am fully, fully for that. What about if he's not satisfying you? So, okay, this is your partner or the dude that you're entertaining at that point in time, and he's just not cutting it. What do you do? What I do is think about a more pleasurable experience. It could be with someone else. Just be careful and don't call the name because you'll find yourself in some trouble. It's never happened before because I'm very careful with that. But if I'm not enjoying an experience, I definitely will recall one of my better experiences. And yeah, let's have a good time. Because I don't like to disappoint. I don't want people to feel as though they're not satisfying you. So I wouldn't tell you that in the moment because that could really shoot down someone's ego, and you don't want to do that. It's all about being a good human being. So all of that is part of it, yes? Um, so if he's not, how do you mask it if he's not satisfying you? That's my solution to it. I just think about a more pleasurable experience. Or what I've also found myself doing is uh, prompting different things that we can probably do together and bringing out that part that I think he can do well. And it works. It works from time to time. Or he just may not get another call back.
It's not the same the ship, but they motion in the ocean. It's not the same the ship, but they motion in the. And I come to cause, yes, a big, big come on. I come to sail my ship in your oar. I come to give you some love.
And there's a part with men thinking that women fake orgasms. Ladies, we have to admit, there are times when we do. But the very first orgasm that you want to have in the act, it's not a fake. But guys, wait on us now. We take long, and it's something that it's a whole build up. So when you come and you do your thing very quickly, some of them do it within 2 minutes because you're so excited. Some of them hold off because you see the poor thing they're holding back, but we appreciate the effort. And you're holding back, and probably after 3, 4, 5 minutes, you're going through. I have no problem with that either because it's a bodily function and you have to let it run its course. But wait for us now. Even if you have already come, at least do things to make sure that I come and I have a climax, I have an orgasm. And don't be bitching and complaining that, oh, she faking it. Because when you do, when you go and roll over and you don't wait for me and you come and you see me there now getting, helping myself out, you look for that. And I'm sure you feel badly because you didn't wait and you didn't help. You didn't do it as a partner. It's selfish. Let's work on that together. Let's talk about that because it's something that really peeves me and it says a lot about the character for me when the person who I'm with, when my partner will just get up and go wash off and put on clothes and say, okay, I have to go. Or, I mean, if it's lunchtime sex, we know that because we both have things to go do. But we're talking about evening time. You come to chill by me, or I come over by you, and this is it. And where you going? Where you ready to go? Where are you going? To align with your buddies? It says a lot. It says a lot about either you weren't satisfied with me. It says a lot about your level of sharing and in terms of the time and if I'm a priority and all of those things that I just listed there, you wouldn't be seeing me again. And maybe that's what you want, not to see me again. Who knows? But it's something that I really don't like because it says a lot about your character. And it causes me to think a lot, and I don't want to be in that position.
Suck my cockiness, lick my persuasion. Eat my words and then swallow your pride down, down. Place my wants and needs over your resistance. And then you come around, you come around, you come around. I want you to be my sex slave. Anything that I desire. Be one with my feminine. Set my whole body on fire. Been made in Rihanna gay. Taking over your empire. Show me a bit of queen of hearts, but I'm a bit of queen of your body.
So I already said that I'm a woman with a very high sex drive. I love it. Well, that's what the topic is about today. But why do men think from the moment you say that you love sex that they equate that to you being willing to do all and sundry? Now, I know I'm very adventurous and I've done quite a few risque things already. I love to remember those things. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but the part with BDSM, I don't mind that, but that has to be a conversation before. Has to be. I love to talk about it before and let us know what we are okay with and know what we're going to try. Now, we wouldn't specify, list every single thing, but we definitely know that we will not be, yeah, I know that there are some things that I will not be willing to do at all when it comes to BDSM or even threesomes and shit like that. I'm not a homosexual, so obviously I'm not going to go with a woman. And I'm not going to entertain it at all, under no circumstance. None at all. But I know some people, that's their thing, and kudos to you, but it's just not me. And there are some things in terms of submissiveness and all of that kind of thing that I will not subscribe to. So it has to be a conversation that's taking place first. If you want to bring handcuffs, it's for me to put on you, buddy, because it's not going on me. I'll tell you about an experience I had. So we want to play, we trying something new. And we get to the villa and we're saying, okay, we had enough to drink, enough champagne to drink, and we're feeling each other. But you take out the tie straps, right? So your girl tie up like a pig ready to roast. And after all is said and done, we had a fantastic time. We cannot find the scissors. Of course, I can't help you find the scissors because I ready to roast. I there, legs tied, hands tied. I cannot fucking move. And you can't find a scissors or a knife in the apartment? What? I probably stayed there for like 15 minutes. So that traumatized the shit out of me. There will be no tying up after that. Fuck that shit. But it was so hilarious. I kid you not. Afterwards, when I was free, when I was cut loose, we had the most hilarious time laughing at that experience because my goodness. But as I said before, there are some things when you want to be adventurous, we have to discuss it before because I don't want you to feel disappointed when you're trying to do something and I'm not okay with it. Because you're trying to tell me you come in with nipple clamps and the things don't looking to go south already. So where you putting nipple clamps on there for next thing you know they're hanging more. Stop the madness. I don't know how I feel about that. But some things you just try it once, and if you're not comfortable with it, let us have that agreement that we're going to stop. Don't force me to something that I'm not comfortable doing because it will turn real bad hella quick because I will get on like a beast. Yeah. As a woman in her 40s, I mean, as I said before, I've always loved sex, but I found more so now. And this is where probably you will find that there are a lot of cougars around because your sex drive is very high, and men in their 40s and 50s may be taking that nosedive and literally and saying that, okay, um, babe, not today. No, I've never had that experience before, and I hope I never come across that. Most of the guys that I've dated were younger than me, and so of course their stamina and their abilities will be um, matching mine in my 40s with my high sex drive, and it's fantastic. But the couple guys who I've dated who are older than me, it was a kind of, and quite frankly, I really want someone who's older than me, so I don't know what's going to happen, guys. I really don't, because I know for a fact that my partner has to be someone who matches me sexually. It is said that once you hit your 40s, your testosterone and your progesterone levels tend to spike, giving you that extra libido. And so this can explain, this is probably what explains that very high sex drive. But it's also that, at this age, most of us, our children are already grown and we are getting more time to see about ourselves, see about our bodies, our self-care and all of that. And when you become a little more self-aware, then obviously you tend to look at yourself and say, your sexuality tends to be a little more heightened. And this is to me, this is from what I understand from my reading, that it's what I'm experiencing right now. But it's not as though I am like this sex animal that's running down everybody that I see. No way. I have a very high level of self-control. And I will tell you that I do get headaches from having to restrain myself. But if I could get it, that would be good. But I'm not going to run it down. And, that kind of thing where you make yourself look like an asshole in your 40s and you just have these multiples. No, that's not happening. You see, what trumps this sexual desire of mine and this heightened sexuality is the fact that I love myself a lot. And so you would not find Celine being the person who will go with any man who shows interest. I have a very high self-control when it comes to that because my self-respect trumps all of it. Yeah? All of this to say that I really think that as women, we need to be very open about our sexuality. Be very open about it. Don't let what society is saying make you feel badly about yourself. It's about opening up and saying, yeah, this is who I am. I love sex. And so what? Yeah? If I want to date younger guys, I'll do it because I think that is what suits me right now. I don't have a man in my life, so I think, okay, I will entertain these guys, not much younger. 10 years younger, that's where I cap it off. But really and truly, I feel so liberated when I could call it out like that. I see it as a form of embracing who you are and acting on it. So even if you feel as though you want to date several guys, or you have this one guy who can match you sexually, or you're just a lady who wants to keep it inside, you know what it is, so that when you actually meet upon someone, you unleash the beast. Oh my gosh, sorry for whoever. It is what it is. We have to, as women, we have to stop feeling ashamed for doing the things that men do, because it's all right if a man has different women, they will call him a stud or whatever it is they call them now. But I don't see it like that. I see it as you love it. It's another action that a lot of people love, and I have no issue with it. It was beautiful chatting with you guys about this topic. Feel free, as usual, to share your views. I would love to hear from you, both male and female, on this topic. So check us out on the Saline Solution on the Facebook page, and drop me your comments and your feedback, and the Saline Solution, Saline G, on Instagram. Again, thanks to Cam Cam Productions for editing for us. And again, I would love to hear from you, and looking forward to when next we get naked. And remember always to be a good human. Ciao for now.
Because a back shot me love, no one no piss, no one no hug because a back shot me love. That's why me